Azadi Amrit Mahotsav ഭാഗമായി Pangode military stationലെ ആഘോഷങ്ങൾ ഗവർണർ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്യുന്നു. തത്സമയം
Swami Vivekananda had said that India has only two national ideals: renunciation and service. You come with a spirit which combines both. It is not a simple career. We depend on you, we rely on you, not only to defend our borders, not only to defend against external aggression, but in emergencies when there is a threat to our way of life, when there is a threat of internal subversion, even then your services are required. Extraordinary situations. So, I am saying this with a great sense of gratitude. The nation is beholden to you. We are proud of you. Now, sometimes, with our great civilizational heritage, cultural heritage, some confusion is sought to be created. India has already have said, ahimsa paramo dharma. It was the ahimsa and satyagraha were the weapons which were used by Mahatma Gandhi and our freedom fighters to fight against the biggest empire in the world, and successfully. And we repeatedly say ahimsa paramo dharma. So confusion is created, as if there is a contradiction between our about ideal and the military stance that we have. Although obviously it is for defense purposes, but still I would like to share with you something which is part of our cultural heritage, civilizational heritage. First, there should be no confusion as far as the meaning of ahimsa is concerned. Ahimsa does not mean giving up weapons. Ahimsa means renunciation of hatred. We shall not nurse hatred even towards our enemies. But ahimsa does not mean that we submit to the aggressors. Ahimsa does not mean that we allow ourselves to be invaded. Ahimsa does not mean cowardice. In fact, our cultural tradition tells us, and in very emphatic terms, agarta chaturo veda prashta sasharam dhanu idam brahmam idam chatram shastradapi shastradapi. India has always believed in the use of intellectual power. It has given primacy to that. The soft power, the power of argument, power of persuasion, power of winning the hearts. That is primacy. But at the same time, we know that we live in a world where everybody does not respect these values. Even these values will be threatened if we do not have the power to defend ourselves. Our way of life, which is respect and acceptance of all kind of diversity. That will be in danger. Therefore, Agarta Chaturo Veda, first you should have the power of wisdom, knowledge, persuasion, and on the back you should be armed with weapons to defend yourself, not for any aggression. No, we do. India is one of the oldest civilization, and the history of world tells us that we never had the designs of aggression on anybody, any other country. Yes, Indian values have spread all over the world. These values did not travel to those countries with the marching armies. They traveled with thought leaders, with our sages, our saints, our traders. But we must be fully empowered to defend ourselves, whether the threat comes from outside or the threat comes from inside. You are engaged in this not just important, this is a sacred task. You are defending, you are there to defend the motherland. Janni jan bhumishta swarga dapi gariyas. Mother and motherland are more desirable than even paradise. So this is a holy task in which you are engaged. The spirit of sacrifice which you have, the spirit of service which you have, we have seen in 2018, 2019, the floods ravaged Kerala. And who came to the rescue of the civil administration? Our Jawans from armed forces. We cannot say thank you enough. We are full of gratitude for everything that you do. And Brigadier Lalit Sharma, I am extremely grateful to you and your people for your kind invitation, for giving me this opportunity to meet these wonderful people for whom I have highest regard. And I give you my best wishes. I give you, or I pray, may God give you all strength and you become an important factor during next 25 years. Many of us will not be in this world. Our coming generations will be there. But next 25 years, we should reaffirm our commitment that we shall work over time to realize the dream of our national fathers, of our patriots, of our freedom fighters, and India shall regain its lost glory. India shall become the one last thing I would like to say, the India's genius. India has that capability to lead the world, and the world can trust India. Why? Because we have, howsoever much powerful we become, we can never be a threat to anybody. That is not our history, that is not our culture. Our power shall be there to pursue peaceful purposes. What we call in our ethos, Lok Sangrah, Lok Kalyan. And not just Lok Sangrah and Lok Kalyan does not mean welfare of Indians alone. But India has always thought India always had this universal vision where an individual was not identified by variable and alienable characteristics.
പാങ്ങോട് മിലിറ്ററി ക്യാമ്പിലെ ആസാദി കാ അമൃത് മഹോത്സവം ആഘോഷങ്ങളുടെ ഭാഗമായി ഗവർണർ ഉദ്ഘാടനം ചെയ്ത് സംസാരിക്കാൻ ദൃശ്യങ്ങളാണ് കണ്ടത്. ഇപ്പോൾ